It's Joseph Moehler, and this is my Persuasive Speech, and this is the audience. And today I'm going to be talking to you about a controversial issue still in Texas, and it's on marijuana. And I'm sure all y'all have seen this, you know what it is, you know what it can do to you. I'm not going to get into that. Today I'm going to be talking about how I think we should start thinking about an adoption of a medicinal law for marijuana use, okay? In particular for cancer patients. I'm not condoning it for recreational use or anything like that, but it's about time Texas kind of jumps on board with the rest of the states. I think about half the states right now actually have laws, whether either recreational use, medicinal use, things like that on marijuana, but Texas still has absolutely no laws for the legalization of it. And the reason that I think cancer patients can benefit from this is because they have several symptoms, nausea, vomiting, fatigue, things like that, that marijuana can help them with, okay? A lot of these people, they're on dangerous prescription drugs, very dangerous drugs. And a lot of them, they'll take one drug and it leads to other symptoms, leads to more symptoms, so they have a whole list of prescriptions that they're using. And it does help them somewhat, but in the long run, it's actually doing a lot more harm than good. The American Cancer Society actually went online just a little bit ago. Excuse me. They said that this year there's 116,000 new cases of cancer in Texas, and there's running about 40,000 deaths per year. And I know everybody here knows at least somebody that has cancer, or somebody that knows somebody that has cancer. So this is an issue that's not going away, and I think this is something that we can definitely do for these people to better their lives. My mother, a lot of people don't know this, but my mother has stage 4 cancer, and she's had it for several years now. And she was raised to, drugs, things like that, they're taboo in our family. But she's actually considered it because she has, she's kind of withered away. She's on probably about 30, 40 different medications, and not really much of it's helping her. So she's even considered it, but right now she can't even think about it because there's no laws for it. So she, a lot of times when I call her, she's tired, she's throwing up, she can't stand up most of the time, and marijuana definitely relieves a lot of these symptoms. There's some people that actually did a Freedom of Information Act, and they released this, and this is showing, I don't know if you can see it, but this is showing the number of deaths reported for marijuana use compared to, and this is just antiemetics, this is anti-vomiting. These are all the deaths for just anti-vomiting. This list goes on and on and on. There's thousands upon thousands of deaths for prescription drugs. Marijuana is still at 0 from this study. Now the National Cancer Institute also did studies, and they said of 75% of their studies for nausea and vomiting, this is quotes, a statistically significant superior antiemetic effect of inhaled cannabis was when compared to several prescribed antiemetic medications. For pain, extract of cannabis, which was sprayed under the tongue, found it was effective in patients in advanced cancer whose pain was not relieved by strong opiates alone. And this list goes on and on and on. I don't have time to read all of them. But there's studies that show that marijuana is greatly more beneficial than the prescription drugs they're giving them. So what's the solution? I think we should adopt a bill in Texas for the medicinal use of marijuana. And not for, I've got back pain or this, that, and the other. For specific patients that need it, like cancer patients that are actually suffering, and you have to show proof of this. This is what I think Texas needs to do. And you're probably wondering, okay, so if we adopt these laws, what's going to be the effect of them? Are crime rate's going to go up, or what's going to happen to our economy in Texas? Well, California adopted back in 1996 adopted Proposition 215, and this is their crime rate. Where this arrow is when they legalized marijuana, and it's done nothing but drop since then. And their actual revenue per year is $100 million per year from marijuana. So anyway, I'm gonna leave you with this. You're not the only one in Texas that supports this. There's about 75% of the survey from UT, University of Texas, did a survey, and about 75% of Texans support this. So I think we should all just jump on the wagon. If you do see a bill that's passed that you're asking to vote on, please vote yes for medicinal use. I'm going to leave you with a quote. This guy's name is Knopfgeiser. He was the guy that he started the Just Say No back in the 80s. And he had a daughter that had cancer, and this was his quote. He said, "When our daughter was undergoing chemotherapy for lymph cancer, she was sick and vomiting constantly as a result of her treatments. No legal drugs were helping her. We finally turned to marijuana. With it, she kept her food down, was comfortable, and even gained weight. If doctors can prescribe morphine and other addictive medications, it makes no sense to deny marijuana to sick and dying patients when it can be provided in a carefully controlled prescription basis." Thank you.